In this class, I'm going to provide solution to the 2022 Basic Education Certificate Examination Mathematics solution, okay? So let's start with the first question. We are asked to convert 32 base 4 to base 10. Now, if we had to convert 32 base 4 to base 10, all you have to do is that remember your binary number. You understand? If you want to change any base to base 10, all you have to do is that just multiply that number by the base. You understand? So now, in binary number, we label the first number here as power 0, okay, and the next as power 1. Now, with respect to what you do here, you can proceed as follows: 3 times 4 raised to the power of 1 plus 2 times 4 raised to the power of 0. You understand? Now, 3 times 4 raised to the power of 1 is what? 3 times 4 plus 2 times 4 raised to the power of 0. 4 raised to the power of 0 is 1. Any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. Are you paying attention? So here I'm going to have 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So I'm going to have 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 times 1, that is 14. Okay? The right option to that question is option C, which is 14 base 10. Okay? Let's proceed to the second question. We are asked to reduce 7 over 49 to its lowest term. What do we mean by lowest term? Lowest term is a term whereby lowest term simply means a term whereby it is not reducible again. You understand? For instance, let's say I want to reduce 8 over 16 to the lowest term. 8 over 16 to the lowest term is 1 over 2. Because it is at this state that the fraction is not reducible again. You understand? So we are asked to reduce 7 all over 49 to its lowest term. If you are asked to reduce any fraction to its lowest term, all you have to do is that reduce the fraction to the point to a state where it is no longer reducible again. You understand? So now 7 over 49 can be written as 1 all over 7, because 7 divided by 7 is what? 1. 49 divided by 7 is what? 7. So this is already at the lowest term, because with it cannot be reducible again. You understand? So that is what we call the lowest term. The right option to that question is option A. Now let's proceed to question 3. We are told to write 1294 in Roman numerals. Okay? 1294 in Roman numerals. Now, I want you to pay attention. I'm very sure if you record in your Roman numeral, there are some terms that is used to represent some values of number. For example, 1000 is represented by n. You understand? 1000 is represented by m. So I'm going to have here m. And 200, how do we represent 200? You can represent 200 by 2c, because 100 is c. 100 is c. Are you paying attention? And 500 is what? Is d. Are you paying attention? X is 10. Okay. X, this is the number that is used to represent 10, and so on. You understand? So with respect to this, you can easily write this in Roman numeral. Now let us write 1294 in Roman numeral. What is the symbol for 1000? It is m. So I'm going to have m. Are you paying attention? Now we are done with this. Now let's proceed to that 200. You see, if you want to get this question, okay, just rewrite this. Rewrite 1294 as this: 1000 plus 200 plus 90 plus 4. Are you paying attention? Now 1000 is m. You understand? Okay. 200 is what? Is cc. You understand? Because an 100 is c. 200 will be what? cc. So I'm going to have cc. Now 90. How do we get 90? Don't forget that x is 10. You understand? Now if you want to get 90, I'm going to have xc. Don't put it as scx. If you write cx, you are talking about 110. You understand? The meaning of xc is that you are subtracting c from x. You understand? And c is what? 100, and x is what? 10. So 100 minus 10 is what? 90. Do you understand? That is why we have xc. Do you understand? Now, for the next one, which is 4, you can write 4 as IV. You understand? Because I is what? I is 1 in Roman numeral. And V is what? V is 5. Now, if you have IV simply means V minus I. Now, V is 5 and I is 4. Oh, I is 1. So, 5 minus 1 is 4. So, here, I'm going to have IV. Hence, in 1294 in Roman numeral this is the answer. Now, look for the option that corresponds to the answer. The right option is option B. You understand? Okay. So let's proceed to question number 4. We are asked to find the place value of 8 in 58772. That is 58,772. That is question number 4. The place value of 58,772. Now, you see, we are asked to find the place value of 8. You see, to get the place value of 8, just change this to word. You understand? Change it to word, okay? See, we can rewrite this thing. We can rewrite 58,772 as 50,000. Take each number, write it out, then make the other numbers that is after the same number zeros. You understand? So we can have 50,000 plus 8,000 plus 700 plus 70 and plus 2. Okay, if you add all this together, you are still going to arrive at 58,772. Now, if you look at the position of 8, you can see that it is what? 8,000, because it has 3 zeros. You understand? So without doing anything, that means that the position of 8 is 8,000. Do you understand? Are you getting what I'm saying? Look, what I did is that, just like what I did here, I repeat the same here. But if you look at the position of 8, you will discover that it is what? 8,000. That means that the position of 8 is 1,000. So look at the option. The option A says 8,000. Option B, 800. C, 8 tens. D, 8 units. The right option is 8,000. You understand? Which is option A. Okay? Let us proceed to question number 5. Question 5. Express in standard form 0.7568. Express in standard form 0.7568. Now, how do we express 0.7568 in standard form? You see, if you are taught to express a number in standard form, if you have checked our class on percentage, you will understand how to deal with this question. If you want to express 100 in standard form, the decimal point is here. You understand? Are you paying attention? Now, we are moving this decimal point to the left-hand side. You understand? We move it twice. Is that not it? So I'm going to have 1.00 times 10. Because we move it twice towards the left, that will be what? Positive 2. Do you understand? Now, let's say we want to express 0.001. Okay, let's say we want to express 0.001 in standard form. Now, this is where the decimal point is. That means you are going to move this decimal point to the right-hand side. And if you are moving to the right-hand side, that means that the power in which 10 is going to be raised to will be negative. You understand? So here, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. That means I'm going to have 1.0 times 10 raised to the power of negative 3. Why is this 3 negative? It is because we are moving towards the right-hand side. Are you paying attention? So if you are moving towards the left, the power to which the 10 is raised to will be positive. If you are moving towards the right, the power to which the 10 is raised to will be negative. Will be negative. You understand? Towards the right, negative, and towards the left, positive. You understand? Now, if you are to express this in standard form, this is where the decimal point is. So if you take it once, you are going to have 7.568. And because we move it once, that means that we are going to have times 10 raised to the power of. Now, because it is towards the right-hand side, in which you see the decimal point is moved towards the right-hand side, that means that the power to which the 10 is going to be raised to will be negative. And because we move it once, that means we are going to have negative 1. If you move it twice, you are going to have negative 2. If you move it thrice, you are going to have negative 3. If you move it 4 times, you are going to have negative 4. You understand? So the right answer to that question is 7.568 times 10 raised to the power of negative 1. The option A is correct. Okay. Now let us proceed to question number 6. We are asked to expand 2a plus 3 squared. Question 6. Expand 2a plus 3 squared. Now, how do we expand this bracket? By the way, there are some class that we did on how to express percentage in standard form. You understand? So you can check our percentage class to learn more on this concept. Okay. Now let's proceed to question number 6. We have 2a plus 3 squared. How do we expand this? To expand this, all you have to do is that, listen, okay? If you have a squared simply means what? A times a. You understand? If you have a plus b squared, a plus b squared simply means a plus b times a plus b. You understand? Okay? So now we are having 2a plus 3 squared. 2a plus 3 squared simply means 2a plus 3 multiplied by 2a plus 3. Now, when you are dealing with expansion simply means removing barriers. You understand? Removing the bracket. Okay? That is the simple terms of expansion. So when you hear the word expansion, you are asked to remove the bracket. Okay? So now, I've already expanded this. Now, we have to open the bracket to complete the expansion. Okay? Now, in opening the bracket, you have to use the first term here to multiply all the elements in the second bracket. Hello? We are having 2 brackets here. The first bracket is this, and the second bracket is this. You understand? Now, to expand this bracket, you use the first term that you have here to multiply everything that is in the second bracket. Are you getting it? So, the first term is what? 2a. So, I'm going to use 2a to multiply the second bracket. What is in the second bracket is what? 2a plus 3. So, I'm going to have 2a plus 3. Okay? Do you understand? The first term here, use it to multiply all the term that is in the second bracket. The first term here is 2a. The term in the second bracket is what? 2a plus 3. So I use everything 2a to multiply everything that I have here. Now, take the second term in the first bracket. The first bracket is 2a plus 3. The second term in the first bracket is what? Is plus 3. So I'm going to use plus 3 to multiply all the term in the second bracket as well. Okay? So the second term in this the second term in the first bracket is what? Plus 3. So I'm going to have plus 3 multiplied by all the term in the second bracket. All the term in the second bracket is what? 2a plus 3. So I'm going to have 2a plus 3. Now, the next step is that just open the brackets using the coefficient of each bracket. In the first bracket, we have 2a. 2a times 2a, that is what? 4a squared. 2a times plus 3, that is what? Plus 6a. Plus 3 times 2a, that is what? Plus 6a. Plus 3 times plus 3, that is what? Plus 9. Okay? 4a squared plus 12a plus 9. That is the expansion of this. You understand? So now let's check the right answer. We have 4a squared plus 12a plus 9. The right answer, the right option to that question is option B. You understand? By the way, I want to refer you to the playlist on this channel, algebraic expansion. Okay? If you want to learn more on this concept, look for the playlist that contains the question that is related to this, algebraic expansion. Okay? Solve those questions. You're going to improve. Are you paying attention? Okay? Now, let's proceed to the 7th question. What is the area of a circle whose radius is 7 millimeter? And we are asked to take the value of pi as 22 over 7. 22 over 7, that's the 7th question. What is the area of a circle whose radius is 7 millimeter? Now, the radius that we are given is what? 7 millimeter. And the value for the pi is 22 all over 7. 22 all over 7. Now, what is the area of a circle? You see, in solving this question, you have to remember your formula. Area of a circle is what? Pi r squared. Area of a circle is pi r squared. So, the area is what? Pi I squared. Now, pi is what? 22 over 7 as given in the question. R squared means 7 millimeter multiplied by 7 millimeter. Are you paying attention? You see, arc squared, arc is what? Arc is 7 millimeter. Arc squared is what? 7 millimeter times 7 millimeter. You understand? So that is how I got arc squared as 7 millimeter times 7 millimeter. Now, from this point, all you have to do is that this 7 will cancel this 7. Okay? Now, we are left with what? 22. 22 multiplied by 1 millimeter multiplied by 7 millimeter. Okay? Now, if you punch your calculator, 22 times 7 millimeter times 1 millimeter, please pay attention to the unit. You understand? Pay attention to the unit. If the unit is centimeter, use centimeter. If the unit is millimeter, use millimeter. So 7 times 22 times 1 is 154. So the area is 154 millimeter square. You understand? Because millimeter times millimeter will give us millimeter square. Do you understand? So pay attention. Now, if you look the options very well, the right option to that question is option D, which is 154 millimeter square. Okay? Okay, question number 8. Approximate 143,610 to two significant figures. Okay? Question 8. You are asked to approximate 143,610 to two significant figures. 143,610. Now, what is the meaning of significant figures? Significant figures, in simple terms, are those numbers. They are figures that affect the other numbers when you add them or when you subtract them. For example, let's say we have 4. If you subtract 1 from 4, you are going to have 3. Is that not it? If you add 1 to 4, you are going to have 5. Is that not it? For example, let's say we have 6. If you subtract 2 from 6, you are going to have 4. And if you add 2 to 6, you are going to have 8. You understand? So significant figures, in simple terms, are those they are figures that affect another number when they are added or subtracted. You understand? Now, let's look at 0. That means that both 2 and 1, they are both significant figures. You understand? Now let's look at 0. If you add 0 to 4, you understand? You're going to have 4. Likewise, if you subtract 0 from 4, you're going to have 4. Hence, 0 is not a significant figure. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So in that case, let's say you have another. Let's look at another number. Let's say we have 5. Let's say we want to test maybe 1 is a significant figure or no. We want to test whether 1 is a significant figure or not. I told you, for you to call any number a significant figure, that figure must be able to affect another figure. It must be able to affect another number when you add it or subtract it. You understand what I'm saying? So let's test if 1 is a significant figure or not. 5 plus 1 will be what? 6. 5 minus 1 will be what? 4. Is that not it? Now let's test another number. Let's say we want to test 9. 10 plus 9 is what? 19. 10 minus 9 is what? Is 1. You can see now. So 9 is a significant figure because it affects another number, which is 10. So if you had 1 is also a significant figure because when I add 1 to another number, the number increases, and when I subtract it, the number decreases. Now we test for 0 using 4. When you add 0 to 4, you can see that it doesn't affect it. And when you subtract 0 from 4, it doesn't affect it either. So therefore, a significant figure and the unsignificant figure takes the value of 0. You understand? Now look at the question that we are given. We are asked to approximate 143,610 to two significant figures. Now look at the figure that we have. We are having how many significant figures in this number? We have 5 significant figures. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see we have 5 significant figures. We cannot regard 0 as a significant figure. Why? Because if you add 0 to a number and if you subtract 0 to a number, it doesn't affect it at all. That is what I proved here. Okay, so we have 5 significant figures. Now the goals of the question is to reduce this from 5 significant figures to 2 significant figures. Now let me introduce you to another concept. If you want to approximate a number, Any number that you want to approximate to another number, that number must be up to 5. You understand? For example, let's say we have 1, 1, 2, 4. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay? This number contains 5 significant figures. Now, we are asked to reduce this number to 4 significant figures. Are you there? Now, start from here. Start from the left-hand side. This is the first number. This is the second number. This is the third number. Okay, this is the second number. This is the third number. And this is the fourth number. Now, because we are asked to reduce this number to 4 significant figures, the number behind the fourth number, if it is up to 5, listen, if it is up to 5, when you approximate it, it must be equivalent to 1. It is that 1 that you are going to add to this 4. It's simple. Listen to the explanation again. Okay? Now, let's say, I just want to use this as an example. Okay? Let's say we are asked to approximate this number to 4 significant figures. You understand? We are asked to approximate 11,245 to 4 significant figures. Now, 4 significant figures means that the numbers that are significant in what we are going to have must be 4. You understand? Now, in this number, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 significant figures. You understand? So, I told you that the first step is that you count from the left. Since we are approximating to 4 significant figures, you count from the left. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, the number behind the fourth number, if it is up to 5, you approximate it and add it to the fourth number. The fourth number here is 4. You understand? So, if you approximate 5, because 5 is up to 5, you understand? So, if you approximate 5, you are going to have 1. You are going to add this 1 to this 4. So, you are going to have 1, 1, 2, 5. That's 0. And this 5 is going to take a 0. You understand? By so doing, you have already approximate this number to 4 significant figures. You understand what I'm trying to say? If you don't understand, let's go back to the question. Listen. We have 5 significant figures here. Now we are asked to approximate it to 2 significant figures. I have already explained to you what is meant by significant figure. You understand? Now, if you want to approximate this to 2 significant figures, all you have to do now is that you have to count from the left. You understand? Since we are approximating to 2 significant figures, you count from the left. This is the first number, this is the second number. The number behind the second number, if it is up to 5, you are going to approximate it. Now, because 3 is not up to 5, that means that we cannot approximate it. So, it's going to take the value of 0. Hence, to approximate this to 2 significant figures, we are going to have all others will become 0. We will have, if let's say that this is 6, we will have approximated it to 1. Then we are going to add that 1 to 4. That means that this will be 5. You understand what I'm saying? But it is not 6, it is 3. It is not up to 5. If it is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we can approximate it then. It is going to become 1, then add it to this 4, and this will become 5. But it is 3, so therefore it cannot be approximated to 1. I'm very sure you understand what I'm saying. So this is 3, and this is 4. This is 4. Now let's say we have another example. Let's say we are asked to approximate 147, 610. We are asked to approximate it to 2 significant figures. Now you are going to count from the left. Count 2 numbers from the left. Because we are approximating to 2 significant figures, you have to count 2 numbers from the left. So this is the first number from the left, second number from the left. So the number behind the second number, if it is up to 5, you approximate it to 1 and then add it to this 4. You understand? So the number behind 4, the second number is 4. The number behind the second number, which is 4, is 7. 7 is up to 5. You understand? It is even greater than 5. Hence, if I approximate 7, I'm going to have 1. It is that 1 that I'm going to add to this 4. So I'm going to have 1, 5. So other number behind the approximated figure will become 0. So I'm going to have 1, 5, 1, 5, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, the significant figure here is 1 and 5. Are you getting it? So that is why I took the time to explain to you how 0 is not a significant figure. You understand? So that is the solution to that question. Let's proceed to the right option there is, let me check. The right option is option D. You understand? That is 140,000. That is the solution to that question. Okay. Now let's move to question number 9. Okay. And if you didn't understand, let me know in the comment section. Okay. I will still reiterate. Now, question number 9. Question number 9. We have a box contains 4 blue balls. Listen to the question. A box contains 4 blue balls and 6 red balls. If a ball is selected at random, what is the probability of selecting a blue ball? Now listen. A box contains 4 blue balls. The total numbers of balls present in the box is 4. So I'm going to have the total number of blue balls inside the box is equals to 4. Now listen. The total numbers of red balls that is present inside the box is what? Is 6, right? Yes, it is 6. So red ball, the total numbers of red ball is 6. Now we have to find the probability of selecting a blue ball. Probability simply means the outcome that we desire all over the total number, the total outcomes. Listen to the explanation again. I'm going to explain. Let's say I'm going to explain. Just pay attention. You as a student, you are expected to be present in school on Monday, right? Let's say there is no holiday. You are expected to be present in school on Monday. Now, let's say you are now asked that what is the probability of you being present in school? The probability of you being present in school will be present all over the outcome. You can be either present or absent. That is 2. You understand? So that the probability will be 1 over 2. Are you getting it? Now listen. Let me use another example. Let's say that your teacher asks you, what is the probability that Shola will take rice early in the morning? The probability is still 1 over 2. Why? Because Shola might decide to take rice or he might not decide to take rice. That is 2. And if he decides to take rice, that will be 1. And the outcome is 2. Why? Because it can decide to take rice or not. You understand what I'm saying? So the desired outcome all over total numbers of outcome. That is what is meant by the that is the concept that we're going to use in this question. Are you getting it? So now listen to the explanation. The probability of selecting a blue ball will be numbers of blue ball that is present in the box all over the total numbers of ball. You understand? Now listen. The numbers of blue ball that is present inside the box is 4. The total numbers of ball will be 4 plus 6. Are you getting it? Because now listen, if you want to select a blue ball from the total numbers of ball, you can select any of the 4 blue balls. You understand? That is how we are going to have 4 at the numerator, and then the denominator will be 4 plus 6, which is 10. Okay? So in that case, we are going to have something like this. Desired outcome, probability. I just want to make it simpler as much as possible, okay? So kindly pay attention. The probability of selecting a blue ball will be the total numbers of blue ball. The total blue balls, you understand? All over the total numbers of ball in the blocks. You see, total numbers of blue ball all over the total numbers of ball in the box, you understand? The total numbers of blue ball is what? Is 4. Total numbers of ball inside the box. Total numbers of ball inside the box is what? Is 6 plus 4, which is equivalent to 10. You understand? So that means that the probability of selecting a blue ball, the probability of selecting a blue ball will be equivalent to total numbers of blue ball, which is 4, all over the total numbers of ball, which is 10. That is what? You have to reduce it to the simplest form. You understand? So you can see that 2 can divide both 4 and 10. So 2 divided by 4 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the probability of selecting a blue ball is 2 over 5. Now let's interchange the question. Let's say you are asked to find the probability of selecting a red ball. What would be your answer? The answer will simply be total numbers of red ball all over the total numbers of ball. You understand? The total numbers of red ball that were given in the question is 6. That means I'm going to have 6 all over the total numbers of ball, which is 10. So I'm going to have 6 over 10. 6 over 10, reduce it to the smallest form, you're going to have 3 over 5. Do you understand? It's as simple as that. Okay, so that is the solution to that question. Number 9 is 2/5, and the right option there should be option D. You understand? Okay, so we have question number 10. Please kindly pay attention. Okay, all those questions are simple. You understand? Just pay attention. Question 10. Okay, simplify 2 times 3y plus 6y divided by 3. Simplify 2 times 3y, 2 multiplied by 3y plus 6y divided by 3. Okay, now let me quickly remind you of this concept. I'm very sure you will have heard of it before. Board mass, you understand? Anytime you have an equation containing numerous sign, you approach it using board mass. You understand? Now, board mass simply means board mass. Okay, so board mass simply means, so anytime you are given an equation that contains multiple signs, you understand? For example, look at this equation now. We have multiplication, we have addition, we have division. You understand? So anytime you are given this kind of equation that contains multiple signs, this is the best way to go about it. Listen, use board mass. You understand? Board mass simply means bracket. The B here means bracket. You understand? Now, the meaning of that was that if you have a bracket in your equation, first solve the entity, solve the concept, simplify the concept inside the bracket first. For example, let's say the equation is like this: 2 into bracket 5 plus 2 minus 3 plus 4. You understand? You can see that in this equation we have a bracket. Now, according to this rule, you are to first simplify what you have in the bracket. You understand what I'm saying? So, but because we didn't have bracket here, so we proceed with the other things. Now, after solving after simplifying what you have in the bracket, now follow this order. You understand? Bracket order. These are the order. These are the order that you are asked to follow. Solve division after bracket. Okay. Then proceed to multiplication. Okay. Then proceed to addition. Then you proceed to subtraction. You get it? So now, using this device, you can simplify any equation that has multiple signs. Okay? So with respect to this, first solve the one inside the bracket first, then follow this order. Solve the division after. If there is no bracket in your equation, like this equation now, there is no bracket, so you proceed to division. Now let us do it. We have 2 times 3y plus 6y all over 3. Do you know the meaning? This division sign that you see here is what I changed to this. You understand? So 6y divided by 3. That will be 2 times 3y plus 3y. How do I get 3y? If you have 6y, 6y simply means 6 times y. You understand? And if you have all over 3, that means this over 3. 3 here 1, 3 here 2. Oh, sorry, it's even 2. This should be 2y, okay? So 3 here 1, 3 here 2. That means we are going to have 2y, because 2 times y will be what? 2y. So that's why I got 2y here, okay? Now let's proceed. After division, we are asked to solve for multiplication. You understand? So we have to take the multiplication of 2 and 3y, because the sign between them is multiplication sign. Okay? So 2 times 3y will give us 6y. So I'm going to have 6y plus 2y. After multiplication is addition. So we can add these two terms together. So I'm going to have 6y plus 2y, that is 8y. Okay? That is the solution to that question. The final answer is 8y. So the right option there is option B. Okay? Yes, the right option is option B. That is 8y. Okay. Now let's proceed to question number 11. Simultaneous equation. Simultaneous equation. Question number 11. Simultaneous equation. Okay. Now listen. Solve for x in the simultaneous equation x minus y equals to 1 and x plus y equals to 3. We are asked to solve for the value of x in the simultaneous equation x minus y equals to 1 and x plus y equals to 3. It's simple, okay? Just pay attention, okay? See, call this equation 1 and call this equation 2. Now look at this simultaneous equation. Any simultaneous equation question that is going to come out in the objective, it's direct. You understand what I'm saying? What I mean by direct is that there is a more simplified way to easily solve the equation. You understand what I'm saying? There's a simultaneous equation that you have to do some things before you can solve it. But any type of simultaneous equation that you're going to come across, most types of simultaneous equation that you're going to come across in the objective, they are direct. Now, we can easily solve this equation using the elimination method because it has already been prepared. You understand? This equation has been prepared because the goal is to find the value of x. Now, if you want to use elimination method using the to solve this simultaneous equation now, we can add both equations together to eliminate y. Why is because the reason is because the sign between the y in the positive in the first equation and the second equation is different. You understand? So if I have minus y and plus y together, I'm going to have 0. So therefore, if I want to use elimination method to solve this equation, I can easily add both equations. The reason is because I can easily eliminate y and get x. Now, if you don't want to use that one, you can solve it using the substitution method. Okay? Now let's first use the elimination method. In using elimination method, the first step is to identify the unknown that you want to eliminate. I've already done question on simultaneous equation using elimination method, so you can check the channel and watch those classes, watch those videos to improve. Okay, so add both equations together. You're going to have 2x. Okay, you're going to have x plus x plus x. Okay, that is, add this and this together. Add this equation together, x plus x. I'm going to have x plus x minus y. Listen. Minus y, this plus, add it, plus y, okay, is equals to, put the equals to sign, 1 plus 3, okay, so x plus x is 2x, okay, minus y plus minus y, that means minus y plus y, okay, minus y plus y is 0, so I'm going to have, this will cancel each other, okay, so there is no need for this, equals to, 1 plus 3 is 4, so I'm going to have this equals to 4, divide both by 2, we're going to have x equals to 2. That is the final answer. The value of x is 2 for that equation. So the right answer, the right option there is option B. You understand? So the value of x is 2. If you have any question regarding this, let me know in the comment section. Okay? You see, all this one, we have already done many classes on them, so you can easily check the channel. Okay? Watch those classes to improve. I simplify it. If you want to learn substitution method, elimination method, you can check the channel and watch those classes. Okay? I simplify it. Now let's proceed to question number 12. We are asked to calculate the simple interest on 6,000 naira for 3 years at 12% per annum. Calculate the simple interest on 6,000 naira. Okay. Now don't forget that simple interest is equals to PRT all over 100, where P is the principal, R is the rate, and T is the time. You understand? So now let's look at the question. Let's look at the principal, rate, and time that we are given. Calculate the simple interest on 6,000 naira. Now listen, 6,000 naira is the principal. You understand? So P is equals to 6,000 naira, and rate we have percent. You understand? Any values in the question that has percentage is known as rate. Okay, so R is equals to 12. So now we have time. The time is the duration. Now the duration is 3 years. So that means T is equals to 3. Okay. So with respect to what we have here, we can easily determine the simple interest. Okay. All you have to do is that just substitute the 3 value into this formula. Okay. So I can erase this since we are done with this. Okay, so here I'm going to have simple interest is equals to principal, which is 6,000, multiplied by rate, which is 12, multiplied by time, which is 3, all over 100. Okay, so simple interest is equals to, now there are some times that you don't have to use calculator. Okay, you don't have to use calculator for this kind of question. You understand? So all you have to do is that just take division of this, cancel this, cancel this. So you are left with what? 60 times 12, 60 times 12 times 3. You understand? Okay. Now 60 times 12 times 3 will give us 2160, okay? 2160. So the simple interest here is 2160. That is the final answer, okay? Now, so let's proceed to the next question. Okay, question number 13. If A is equals to 2, B is equals to 3, and C is equals to 1, find the value of A squared minus C squared all over B. Okay, question 13. A is equal to 2, B is equals to 3, and C is equals to 1. We are asked to find A squared minus C squared. Oh, it's not square. A squared minus C cubed, you understand? All over B. Now, pay attention to the details. We are given that A is equivalent to B is equivalent to 3, C equals to 1. We have to find this. All you have to do here is just replace A as 2, B as 3, and C as 1 in this expression. You understand? So here we are going to have A squared will be what? 2 squared. So I'm going to have 2 raised to the power of 2 minus C. C is 1. So I'm going to have 1 raised to the power of 3 all over B. B is 3. So I'm going to have all over 3. Okay? So here I'm going to have 2 raised to the power of 2 is 4. 1. Okay, 1 raised to the power of 3 is still 1. So I'm going to have 4 minus 1 all over 3, which is equivalent to what? 3 over 3. The final answer is 1. Okay? The right option to that question is option B. You understand? Okay? So let's proceed to question number 14. Okay, question number this is question 13. Okay, let's proceed to question number 14. Now, for question number 14, we have solve for A in 2A plus 3 equals to 17. Solve for A in 2A, okay? 2A plus 3 equals to 17. Now, how do we solve for the value of A? To solve for the value of A, all you have to do is just collect like terms, okay? Like terms are those terms that are similar to each other, you understand? You can see that in this equation here, 2 is attached to A. So, and 3 doesn't have any A. Likewise, 17 doesn't have any A. You understand? So, the like term in this equation is 3 and 17. So, you have to collect them together. How do you do that? Take these 3, crosses the equals to sign. Now, because it is positive before, that means that 3 is going to have a negative sign. This is what I mean. 2A will be equivalent to 17. Now, this plus 3 crosses the equals to sign is going to change to negative. So, I'm going to have minus 3. So 2A is equivalent to 17 minus 3 is 14. So I'm going to have this over 14. Divide both sides by 2 to get the value of A. So I'm going to have A equals to 7. Okay. So the right option to that answer, I'm calling is, just pay attention. The right answer to that question is 7. Okay. The right answer is 7. Because, please pay attention, many students make mistake, you understand? Listen, if you take this plus 3 to the other side of the equation, because it's having a positive sign before, it's going to have a negative sign. So I'm going to have 17 minus 3, okay? 17 minus 3 is 14. Now, because we are asked to look for the value of A, you have to divide both sides by the coefficient of A. The coefficient of A is 2, so I divide both sides by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Okay, that is question number 14, okay? Now, for question number 15, we have find 3 over 8 of 2000. Find 3 over 8 of 2000 naira. Do you know the meaning? Now, when you head off in mathematics, listen, when you head off in mathematics, off simply means multiplication, okay? So that means that we're going to have 3 over 8 multiplied by 2000 naira. Okay? Now, you can reduce this. 2 here will give us, okay? You can reduce this to lowest term. 8 here, 1. And if you don't want to use 8, you can use 2, you understand? Because, well, if you are allowed to use a calculator, you can make use of a calculator. But in the case where you're not permitted to use your calculator, just go, you can approach it like this. Now, reduce what can goes in both 8 and 2000, that is 4. And you can start with 2. So you're going to have 3 over 8 divided by 2 is 4, multiplied by 1000 naira. Okay, 3 over 4. Okay, 2 can still divide 4. 2 divided by 4 is what? That is 2. 3 over 2 multiplied by 500. Do you know what I'm doing? I'm reducing it step by step. You understand? So please pay attention. We have 3 over 2 times 500 naira. 2 divided by 2 is 1. You understand? So 2 divided by 500, 500 divided by 2, that is what? 250. So I'm going to have 3 times 250. The right answer is 750. So the final answer to that question is 750. Let's check the right option. Option B is correct. Okay, option B is correct. Now let's proceed to question number 16. Question number 16. For question 16, we have, what is the coefficient of x in x squared plus 27x plus 8? What is the coefficient of x in x squared plus 27x plus 8? What is the coefficient of x? Now, what is the meaning of coefficient? Listen, let me quickly explain. Coefficient is the number before a letter. That's the simple term, okay? Coefficient is the number before a letter. Now, let's say we have 2x. The coefficient of x here is 2 because that's the number before x. X is the letter. Let's say we have 4a squared. The coefficient of a squared is 4. Abi? Now, let's say we are given this equation. Okay, I'm just thinking of question now. 5a squared plus 4a minus 2 equals to 0. Now, what is the coefficient of a? Don't forget that coefficient is the number before a letter. Okay? Now, coefficient of a in this equation is 4. How do I know? Because a is the letter, the number before a is what? Is 4. So the coefficient of a is 4. Now, let's now say we are now asked that what is the coefficient of a squared? The coefficient of a squared is 5. You understand? So let's go back to the question. The coefficient of x in this equation is what? What's the answer? Of course, it is 27. Because if you check the number before x, this is x. It is 27 because 27 is before x. That's it. That's the simple techniques. Okay? I don't want to take you to the deeper aspects. Now, if you come across this question in the exam, just remember that the number before a letter is regarded as coefficient. You understand? So let's now say that you are now asked to find the coefficient of x squared. The coefficient of x squared is 1 because x squared simply means 1x squared. Though the 1 is not visible, you understand? The 1 is invisible, but it is still 1, okay? If you have a is always divided as 1a. Hope you know that. If you have if you have b is always divided as 2b, you understand? So b is equivalent to b, okay? Oh, sorry. b is also divided as 1b, okay? So if I don't want to put this one, if I don't want to put all this one, it's still the same, okay? So if you have x squared is still the same thing as x squared, 1x squared, you understand? X squared is still the same thing as 1x squared. So whether you put the 1 or you didn't put the 1, the coefficient of x squared is 1, okay? The coefficient of x is 27, so master that. Okay? Now, the right option to that question is option D. Is option D. You understand? Please listen, okay? The right option to that option, the right answer to that question is option D. That is 27. The coefficient of x in x squared plus 27x plus 8 is 27, okay? Now, if you are now asked to find the coefficient of x will be 1. Hope you know that. 27 is the answer, but I'm just assuming, okay? Assuming, let's say you are now asked to find the coefficient of x squared. The coefficient of x squared is an invisible 1. So the right option to that question will be 1. But since we are not asked to find the coefficient of x squared, we are asked to determine the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is 27, okay? Let's proceed to question number 17. For question 17, we're going to have Make u the subject of the formula in x equals to 4uy all over m. Make u the subject of the relation, subject of the formula in x is equals to 4uy all over m. Now pay attention. 17. Make u, please pay attention. Make u the subject of the relation in x is equals to 4uy all over m. Now, do you know the meaning? That is, we should do something to this equation so that u will stand alone. You understand? Okay, listen, let me explain. Subject of the formula means you have to manipulate this equation, you have to manipulate this expression, you have to manipulate what you have here in such a way that u will be equivalent to, you express u in terms of x, y, and m. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, now listen. All you have to do is that if you want to make u the subject of the formula, you want to make u to stand alone. The first step is that you have to take the product of x and m. Okay, x can be written as x over 1. Hope you know that. Listen, x can be written as x over 1. X all over 1. So take the cross product. We're going to have x times m. 4uy is equals to x times m. You understand? Okay, so you are going to have 4uy equals to xm. Now we want to make u to stand alone. What you are going to do is that you have to divide both by 4 and y. So divide both by 4 and y. This and 4 by 4 and y. This 4 will cancel this 4. This y will cancel this y. So u will remain alone. So I'm going to have u equals to xm all over 4y. Do you understand? Okay, that is the solution to that question. Now let's proceed to question number 18. Question number 18. Okay, the right option to that question is xm over 4y. That is option C. Okay, option C is correct. Now let's proceed to question number 18. Question number 18. Okay. Now we have in the please, I want to pay attention. This is kind of plain geometry. In the diagram below, the lines marked with arrows are parallel. Find the value of angle x. Let me draw the diagram, okay? Let me draw the diagram. This is how the diagram looks like, okay? This is how the diagram looks like. This is how the diagram looks like. We have x here, and we have 120 degree. 120 degree. Now, in the diagram on the board, the lines marked with arrows are parallel. What are parallel lines? Parallel lines are lines that can never meet themselves. Okay. When we say that two lines are parallel, those lines travel on a straight line. They travel on a line. They travel on a path where they can never, both lines can never cross themselves. You understand? They can never cross the same. That is why we call them parallel line. And if you look at this, you can see that this line goes this way, this line also goes this way. You understand? So both lines are parallel to each other. Okay. Now we have to find the value of x in this diagram. How do we go about it? Well, it's simple. Have you heard of alternate angle before? Alternate angle are angles that are equal to each other. There are many angles depending. There are many rules that support what you have here. You understand? That is why I said you have to be very fast with your when this exam is the combination of GSS 1 works, GSS 2 works, and GSS 3 works. That is grade 7 work, grade 8 work, and grade 9 work. You understand? So you have to be very fast with it. Now, if x is equivalent to 120 degree, x is equals to 120 degree. How do I know? It is because x is alternate to 120 degree, and we knew that alternate angles are equal. If you have an angle that looks like this angle is equivalent to this angle. Why? Because they are alternate. This angle that you see here is also equivalent to this angle because they are also alternate. You understand what I'm saying? So this angle, that if you look at this and this, you can see that if I draft out if I bring out this line I can stretch it, you understand? I can stretch it as well. This is 120 degree. So if this is 120 degree, this is also the same thing as 120 degree. Okay, let me just give you a tips. Any angle that look like Z, you understand? They are alternate, you understand? If you have something like this angle is alternate to this, you understand? If you have something like this angle is alternate to this. No matter how they draw the structure, any angle that look like Z, like, you know, even if they put the line, if they put a sketch line or if they put another line here, just know that you just have to think, okay, that this angle look like Z. No, this angle, if this angle is 40 degree, this will also be 40 degree. You understand why? Because alternate angle are equal. Okay, so just pay attention to that details. Okay, now if you look at this is alternate to this. X is 120 degree. The right answer to that question is option A. Option A is 120 degrees. So the right option is option A. Now let's proceed to question number 19. Okay. Now I'll be fast now, so I want to pay attention. We have question number 19. Out of 240 pupils in primary school, listen. Out of 240 pupils in primary school, 165 are boys. What percentage of the pupils are girls? Listen. The total numbers of pupils, total numbers is what? 240. Okay? Okay, 250. Sorry. 250. 165 are boys. Boys, the numbers of boys is 165. Now, we are asked to find the percentage of girls that is present in the school. What percentage of pupils are girls? Percentage of girls. We don't know the percentage that is present in the school. Now, if you want to get the percentage of girls, you have to, and you can do it in two ways, but you know, I'm just considering the most easiest way for you, okay? Are you paying attention? So, now, if you want to get the percentage of the girls that is present in school, you first have to know the numbers of girls. Now, since you know that the total numbers of pupils that is present in the school is what? Is 250. Now, you can determine the numbers of girls by subtracting 165 from 250, right? Yes. If the total numbers of boys and girls in class is 250, and they gave us that boys is 165, that means that girls will be 250 minus 165. Do you understand? Okay? So, to get total numbers of girls, you have to subtract 250 from 165. I mean 165, 165 from 250. So the girls will be 250 minus 165. Okay? 250 minus 165 is 85. Okay? So the girls that are present in the school is 85. Do you understand? So having done that, because we are asked to find the percentage of the girls present in class, we have to express 85 as a percentage. How do we do that? Just take this, the total numbers of the numbers of girls, which is 85, all over the total numbers of people inside the class, which is 250, then multiply it by 100. You understand? Expressing something in terms of 100 is what we regard as percentage. Okay. So if you made our class on percentage as well, there are many classes that have done that is related to this. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure you watch those classes to improve your knowledge, so that you can, you can do well in your exam. Because when it comes to examination, it's test against time. You understand? So you have to be a master of it to be able to pen your answer down with respect to the time that you are given in the exam. Okay. So if you are solving this in exam, you don't have to you don't have to show all these workings. You understand? Because this is an objective question. The reason why I'm showing all these workings is because I'm explaining. Okay. So if you are doing this in exam, you can just if you are permitted to write on your question paper, just solve. If you can just solve little on your question paper, and then you can easily determine your answer. Okay. Now back to the question. We have 85. So 85 divided by 250. Multiply by 100, that is 85 divided by 250, that is 0.34. 0.34 times 100, that will be 34%. Okay, so let's check the right option. Yes, option D is the right option. 34% is the right option. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So if you come across this kind of question in exam, in your exam. I'm very sure you can solve it now. The total numbers of boys and girls are 250. What is the percentage of boys? Let's say you are now asked to determine the percentage of boys. To determine the percentage of boys, you have to take the numbers of boys, which is 165. 165 all over 250 multiplied by 100. You are going to get the percentage of boys. Listen, and you can do it another way around. You can subtract 100 from 34% from 100. You're going to have 66. You understand? So you can do it like that as well. But if you don't want to do it like that, you can use this calculation. You are still going to have 66%. You understand? That will be the percentage of boys. But we are asked to determine the percentage of girls. The percentage of girls is 34%. Do you understand? Okay, so that is the solution to that question. Now let's proceed to question number 20. Option D is correct for that. Option D is the correct option for that question. Okay, so let's proceed to question number 20. For question 20, we have a polygon with 7 sides is called dash. A polygon with 7 sides is called dash. You know, I'm very sure you will have been taught polygons in your JSS 1. If you're not taught in JSS 1, you should be taught in JSS 3. That is grade 8. Now, we have 3-sided polygon, we have 4-sided polygon, we have 5-sided polygon, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, we even have 12. You understand? But we're going to limit our understanding to 10-side polygon. I'm going to write some things out now, and I want to master it. Okay? I want to master what I want to write out now. Now, we have various sides of polygon. When we talk about polygon can be 3-sided. We have 3-sided polygon. 3-sided polygon. We have 4-sided polygon. We have 5-sided polygon. We have 6-sided polygon. 6-sided polygon. We have 7-sided polygon. We have 8. We have 9. 9-sided polygon. We have 10. Now listen. 3-sided polygon are polygons that have 3 sides and 3 angles. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So in this type of polygon, we have triangle. You understand? Triangle is an example of 3-sided polygon. Are you there? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So triangle is a typical example of 3-sided polygon. Now, 4-sided polygon are polygons that have 4 sides and 4 angles. You understand? Example is square. You understand? An example is rectangle. Are you getting it? So we have 5-sided polygon. 5-sided polygon. Listen, you just listen, okay? You're going to understand it. See, another name for 4-sided polygon is called quadrilateral. Okay? Quadrilateral. Let me write it out. Quadrilateral. Now, example of shapes that falls into these categories is rectangle. We have square as well. Now we have 5-sided polygon. 5-sided polygon are known as pentagon. You understand? Pentagon. 6-sided polygon is known as hexagon. You understand? Hexagon. Now 7-sided polygon is known as heptagon. 8-sided polygon is known as octagon. 9-sided polygon is known as they are known as nonagon, and 10-sided polygon is known as decagon. Now, back to the question that we are given. Now, we have the question says a polygon with 7 sides is called dash. Now, I've already given you the tips. A polygon with 7 sides is called dash. The right answer is heptagon. You understand? So if you come across a question that says a polygon with 5 sides is called dash, I did not give you a question like, nonagon, decagon, heptagon and pentagon. What's the right option? The right option is pentagon, because pentagon is a polygon that has 5 sides and 5 angles. Okay, so that's it. So master this. Okay, you might not be given heptagon again. You must be given as a polygon that has 8 sides is called octagon. So master this. Okay, now let's proceed to question number 21. Question number 21. Question 21. We are asked to express 36 as a product of its prime factors. Express 36 as a product of its prime factor. Now, okay. Question number 21. Express 36 as a product of its prime factors in index form. Now, what do we mean by prime factors? Prime factor of a number are those numbers that will multiply to get that number again. You understand? Listen to the explanation. When you talk about prime factors are the prime numbers that multiply together to get the result of the original number. You understand? Now, when you see that, we have to first look at the prime factors of 36. You understand? By dividing it by the least possible value that we have. 36, the least possible number that can divide 36 is what? Is 2. So let's start with 2. That is question. I'm coming. Please, I'm coming. That is question number 21. Okay, question 21. 36. Okay, 2 divided by 36 is 18. Divided by 2 again, that is 9. You start with the least number, you understand, that can divide 36. Okay, so we have 2. 36 divided by 2 is 18. 18 can still be divided by 2 without remaining. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. Now, can we divide 9 by 2 without a remainder? We cannot. It's going to remain 1. So we proceed to use another number. Another number that can divide 9 is 3. You understand? Without remainder. So 9 divided by 3 is what? Is 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So in another, if you want to express this as a product of its prime factors, we are going to have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. If you take this product together, you are going to have 36. But now the question says that we should express it as a product of its prime factors in index form. Okay, so in index form is going to become 2 times 2. We're going to have 2 raised to the power of 2 because we have 2 in 2 times. Multiply by 3 times 3. We're going to have 3 raised to the power of 2. That is in index. Okay, so in index form, 36 is expressed as 2 raised to the power of 2 times 3 raised to the power of 2. Do you understand? Okay, so let's proceed to question number 22. For question number 22, we have expand 2x minus 3 and 3y plus 3x. Okay, expand 2x minus 3 and 3y plus 3x and simplify. Now, I want to, before I solve this question, I'm going to refer you to some video on expansion, okay? We have 2x minus 3 and 3y plus 3x. Then we are asked to expand first. The question is 2, okay? Expand 2x minus 3 and 3y plus 3x and then simplify. So we first have to expand first, then we are going to simplify our expansion. Now let me refer you to some videos. You see, there is a topic that I did on algebraic expansion. You can check this channel and watch those classes. You understand? If you want to learn more on how to expand. Expansion simply means removing barriers. You understand? Removing brackets. So when you hear the word expansion, you are asked to remove the bracket. Okay? So for those of us that are part of this, that have watched those videos, you can easily do this. What is the first term in the first bracket? The first term in the first bracket is 2x. Listen, okay? I'm going to explain. Just pay attention. You are to multiply this and this together. That is the meaning of what we are doing, okay? Now, you have to multiply the first term in the first bracket by all the terms in the second bracket. Then when you are done, you multiply the second term in the first bracket by all the terms in the first bracket. Just like if you have a plus b multiplied by A plus B. For this, you have to take the product of A and A plus B first. So we're going to have A into bracket A plus B, then plus B into bracket A plus B. What do? That is, you take the first term in the first bracket and use it to multiply all the terms that you have in the second bracket. Okay? Do you know what I did? Take the first term in the first bracket. The first term in the first bracket is A. You understand? So I use A to multiply all the terms that I have in the second bracket. Okay? So I have A multiplied by A plus B. Then I use the second term in the first bracket, which is plus B, to multiply all the terms in the second bracket as well. So I have plus B multiplied by A plus B. Okay? So that's what you're going to do for the question. You approach the question the same way we did for this one. So for this, we are going to have 2x multiplied by 3y plus 3x. Then minus 3 multiplied by 3y plus 3x. 2x multiplied by everything here, minus 3 multiplied by everything here. Please, kindly pay attention. Make sure you take these signs alongside with the 3, okay? Make sure you take these signs alongside with the 3. So that's it's very important that you pay attention, okay? Now, let's proceed. 2x times 3y. Let's do it. 2x times 3y. 2 times 3 is what? 6. X times y is what? xy. So that will be what? 6xy. 2x multiplied by plus 3x. That will be what? Plus. I just want to show. I want to simplify the question as much as possible so that at least you'll be able to understand. Now 2x times 3x. That is what? 2x. Let's do it. 2x times 3x. 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is what? X squared. Do you know I got x squared? X times x. I don't want to take it to indices. X times x is x squared. This is x raised to the power of 1 plus 1 equals to x raised to the power of 2. Okay? So x times x is x squared. So that is 6x squared plus 6x squared. Now let's move to the second aspect. We have negative 3 times plus 3y. That is what? Negative 9y. Negative 3 times plus 3x. That is what? Negative 9x. Okay? So okay, so for this now, we have 6x squared plus 6xy minus 9y minus 9x. Now, is there any option? Is there any option that is there? Do we have any option in that? There is no options. There is no correct option there. So, that one would be a bonus, okay? 2x minus 3 and 3y plus 3x. That one will be a bonus since there is no correct options. The first option says 9y minus 4x. The second option says 9y plus 4x. The third option we have negative 7x, negative 9y. Then the fourth we have 7x minus 9y. Okay? There is no correct option, so it's a bonus, okay? It's a bonus. Now, let's proceed to question number 23. Question number 23, we have if sine A equals to 1 over 2. Question number 23 now. If sine A equals to 1 over 2, sine A equals to 1 over 2, okay, and cos A equals to 3 over 4. Cos A equals to 3 over 4. Find sine A cos A. Find sine A cos A. Do you know what I asked to do? What you're asked to do is this. You're asked to take the product of sine A cos A. You understand? So, sine A is 1 over 2. So, we're going to have 1 over 2 multiply by cos A. Cos A is 3 over 4. Multiply by 3 over 4. Okay? For this, you're going to have 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. So the final answer there is 3 over 8. The correct option is option A. Now, let's proceed to question number 24. 24. Convert 5 over 100 to decimal fraction. Convert 5 over 100 to decimal fraction. Now, pay attention. You see, 5 over 100 can be written as 5 times 1 over 100. You understand? Are you paying attention? And you know that 100, see, 100 can be written as 10 raised to the power of 2. I'm very sure you know. So, here, I can write it as 5 times 1 over 10 raised to the power of 2. And according to the law of indices, 1 over x is always written as x raised to the power of negative 1. Okay? And you see, let me tell you, you can use your calculator, okay? I think if you are permitted to use calculator in your BEC exam, you should be permitted to use calculator, but because this is an objective question, okay, so you can use your calculator. I'm just trying to show you the way without using calculator, okay? I'm just trying to show you, but if you are in exam mode, you can use your calculator because it's not against the rules of the exam, okay? You can use your calculator if you are permitted. Now, let's proceed. So, I can rewrite 1 over 10 raised to the power of 2 as 10 raised to the power of negative 2. So, I'm going to have 5 times 10 raised to the power of negative 2. Do you understand? Now, because this 10 has a negative sign, okay, I'm going to have 5, 1, 2. So, I'm going to have 0, 0. Because this decimal point will stand here. Why? Is because, the reason is because I'm having negative 2 here. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So, this decimal point is here before. 1, 2. Because the sign of the exponent of this term is negative. So, I'm going to have 1, 2. I'm moving to the left hand side. Let's say it is positive. I'm going to move to the right hand side 2 times, okay? But because it is negative, so I'm moving to the left hand side. I'm moving to this decimal point to the left hand side. So I'm going to have 1, 2, okay? So that is the solution to that question is 0.05. That's the final answer, okay? So that's for question number 24. Let's proceed to question number 25. If the sum of the angle at a point is 2x plus 60, find the value of x. Listen to the question. If the sum of angle at a point is 2x plus 60, find the value of x. Question number 25. Now, the sum of angle at a point is 2x. The sum of angle at a point is 2x plus 60. We are asked to find the value of x. Now, how do we solve for the value of x in this question? Pay attention, it's simple. Now, you know that from your basic mathematics, the sum of angle at a point is 360 degrees. You understand? Let me explain again. The sum of angle at a point is 360 degrees. So, that means that they now give us an expression for the sum of angle at a point. Listen, the expression that they gave us is 2x plus 60. Now, we know that from mathematics, in mathematics, the sum of angle at a point is also equivalent to 360 degrees. Sum of angle, okay, sum of angle at a point is also equivalent to 360 degrees. Now, they now give us another expression in our question that the sum of angle at a point is 2x plus 60. All you have to do is that just equalize this and this together. So I'm going to have 2x plus 60 is equals to 360 degrees. The reason is because if they gave us the sum of the expression for the sum of angle at a point as this, it must also be equals to this. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Okay. So with this expression, with this equation, you can also find the value of x. All you have to do is that just connect like terms. So I'm going to have 2x is equals to 360 degrees minus 60 degrees. So 2x is equals to 300 degrees. Divide by 2. This over 2. This over 2. So here we are going to have x is equals to 150 degrees. So the value of x is 150 degrees. The answer to that question is option C. Are you getting it? So
That is the answer. Now let's proceed to question number 26. Question number 26. Which of the following is correct about the diagram X, Y, Z below? Okay, let me draw the diagram out. This is the diagram that we are referring to. We have X, we have Y, and we have Z. We have 3, we have 5, and we have 4. Okay, now please kindly pay attention. Look at the diagram on the board. The question says, which of the following is correct about the diagram X, Y, Z on the board? A, sine theta equals to 4 over 5. This is option A. Option A is sine theta equals to 4 over 5. Option B, cos theta equals to 3 over 5. Option C, tan theta equals to 4 over 3. And option D, we have sine theta equals to 3 over 4. Now, with respect to this diagram that you are given, which of these options is correct? Now, I'm very sure you will have heard of this mnemonic device in trigonometry. You see, this question is coming from trigonometry, okay? You understand what I'm saying? And there is a mnemonic device that we can use to determine the option that is correct. The name of that mnemonic device is this, SOHCAHTOA, okay? SOHCAHTOA. With the help of this mnemonic device, we can determine the option that is correct. Are you paying attention? So means sine theta, you understand? Please pay attention. So equals to, the S that you see here is sine. Sine theta equals to, the O that you see here is known as opposite. And the H that you see here is hypotenuse. So, and we have CA, the second mnemonic device, which is cosine. We call it cos. We shorten it. You understand what I'm saying? We shorten it. This is where the angle is. We shorten it. Cos theta is equals to adjacent all over hypotenuse. Okay? And we have the last one, which is TOA. TOA means tan theta. Tan theta is equals to opposite all over adjacent. You understand? With the help of this mnemonic device, you can determine the option that is correct. Now, before that, you know that all these opposite hypotenuse and adjacent, they are the sides of our triangle. You understand? This triangle that you see here is known as the right angle triangle. A right angle triangle is a triangle that has one of its angle equals to 90 degrees, and this is the angle 90 degree that we have in the question. Do you understand? Okay, so with respect to what we have here, which of these options is correct? Okay, let's check sine theta. Sine theta is what? Opposite over hypotenuse. Now, which side is opposite in this diagram? The side which is opposite is the side which our angle face. You understand? The opposite side in this diagram is the side which the angle that we are considering face. You understand? You know, we have 3 angles in this right angle triangle. We have the first angle, second angle, and the third angle. Now, this is the angle that we are considering. You understand? So the side which this angle face is the opposite. So in this case, the opposite is this side. You understand? Because that is the side which the angle that we are considering, that is the side that it faces. Okay? So we are considering this angle now. Sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. The side that the angle that we are considering face is what we call the opposite. So because this angle faces this side, so this side is the opposite side. So sine theta is opposite. Opposite is what? Opposite is 3 over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the side which our angle 90 degree face. You understand? This is the angle 90 degree. The angle 90 degree is facing this side. You understand? So the hypotenuse is this. The hypotenuse to the question. The hypotenuse side is this side. You understand? So because that is the side that the angle 90 degree is facing, so the hypotenuse is 5, which is 3 over 5. Okay? So for this sine theta, we have sine theta is equivalent to 4 over 5. Sine theta is not equivalent to 4 over 5 because when we calculate it, it is 3 over 5. Hence, this option is wrong. You understand? So let's check cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, which side is the adjacent side? Okay, this side that you see here is the adjacent side. Adjacent over hypotenuse. The adjacent is what? Is 4. And the hypotenuse is 5. So that is 4 over 5. And the cos theta that we are given in the question is 3 over 5. You can see that the second option is also wrong. Okay, now let's check the third option. we have tan theta, and tan theta is what? Opposite over adjacent. Now the opposite side is 3, so I'm going to have 3 over adjacent side. Adjacent side is 4, so I'm going to have 3 over 4. 3 over 4, okay, and you can see now we are having tan theta equivalent to 4 over 3. Hence, this option as well is not correct. Now, let's check the last option. The last option is also not correct. So I think there is a mistake in the question, okay? The right option, the right answer to that question is this, or this. You understand? But none of the option gave us what we have here. Hence, this option is not correct, okay? But it's necessary that you understood what we have here, okay? So if you come across this in exam, you'll be able to solve it. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed to question number 27. A girl is X year old and her mother is 20 years more than twice her age. Calculate the mother's age in terms of X. Now, please understand the question. We are given that a girl is X year old. That is the age of the girl. The age of the girl is X. Now, our mother is 20 years more than twice her age. Now listen to the, you have to understand that statement. Our mother is 20 years more than twice her age. Now, if our mother is 20 years more than twice her age, listen to the explanation. The age of the girl is X. Twice the age of the girl means that you have to multiply the age of that girl by 2. You understand? So twice means 2 multiplied by x, that is 2x. You understand? I'm trying to interpret the second statement. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Okay, so twice our age means 2 multiplied by the age of the girl, that is 2x. Now, our mother is 20 years more than twice our age. That means that if I want to express the mother age in terms of the age of the girl, I'm going to have the mother age. The mother age will be 2x plus 20, because the statement there was that our mother is 20 years more than twice our age. You understand? 20 years more than twice our age simplifies that we are going to add 20 to 2 times the age of the girl. You understand? 2 times the age of the girl is what? 2x. So we have to add 20 to hit. That is how we got the mother age. Do you understand? You see, you want to learn more on word problem, you can check the channel to learn more. You understand? There are many questions that I've already solved on word problem, because this kind of question, this example of this question is from a topic known as word problem, and there are many word problems. We have those leading to simultaneous equation, even though this is a typical example of a linear equation. But you know, if you want to learn more about these topics, word problem, you can check the channel. You understand? There is a playlist. Just watch those classes, okay? So let's proceed to question 28. And the right option to that question is 2x plus 20 years. That is option C. Okay, so let's proceed to question 28. If x varies directly as y, okay, if x varies directly as y and x is 5, when y is equals to 20, find the relationship between x and y. Okay, now this topic is coming, this question is coming from a topic known as variation. Now let me give you I want to give you an advice. Before you can solve any question, know the topics that question is coming from, and also make sure that you understand the rules or the laws that is guiding the topics. You understand? By so doing, we look to solve any question that comes. Okay, now this question is coming from variation, so let's solve it together. X varies directly as y and x is 5. X is equals to 5 when y is equals to 20. Find the relationship between x and y. Now listen, in variation there is something called proportionality constant. You understand? You know, variation deals with the degree of differences between two variables. You understand? It might be more, but in this type of variation, we are talking about two variables, which are x and y. You understand? So now variation talks about the degree of difference between two variables. So that means that x varies directly as y. Now, in an attempt to help me to change this variation sign to equals to sign, we have to introduce a proportionality constant. You understand? That proportionality constant is introduced because you know that x is not equivalent to y. Hope you know that
x varies directly as y. That means that any change in x will lead to another change in y. You understand? That means that in an attempt to change this variation sign to equals to sign, we have to introduce a proportionality constant. The proportionality constant will help us to represent the relationship that exists between x and y. Okay, so in an attempt to help us to determine the relationship that exists between x and y, we have to introduce a proportionality constant where if I change this variation sign to equals to sign, you are going to understand. Just pay attention. Now, x varies directly as y. That means that x is not equivalent to y. So if I want to change it to the variation sign to equals to sign, I have to introduce a proportionality constant. You understand? This constant, the k that you see here, is a proportionality constant. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Now, x is 5. My goals first, the goals here is to determine first the value of k. You understand? And don't forget that we have been given that x is equals to 5 and y is equals to 20. So I'm going to substitute 5 is equals to k multiplied by 20. So to get the value of k, I have to divide both by 20. So this is over 20 and this over 20. So therefore k is equals to 5 divided by 20 will be 1 over 4. Now, having gotten the value of k, the relationship that exists between x and y, you see now, this k is a proportionality constant. So I'm going to have x is equivalent to 1 over 4 y. You understand? That is the relationship that exists between x and y. You can see now that x is not equals to y directly. You understand? This proportionality constant, the degree at which there is this proportionality constant, that 1 over 4 that you see here, tells us the changes that happens to y, even though x is only single. You understand? So that is why we have x is equals to 1 over 4 y. Now, if you check the option, the right option there is option A. You understand? That is x is equivalent to 1 over 4 y. Okay? I'm very sure you understand. And if you understand, you want to learn more on variation, check the channel. You're going to see a playlist there. Watch the videos inside the playlist. Okay? Okay, let's proceed to question number 29. For question number 29, we are given a diagram. Okay, so I'm going to draw the diagram on the board. Just pay attention. For question number 29, we are given this diagram. The diagram on the board represents the inequality A. The option A there is minus 3 is less than x less than 1. Option B, we have minus 3 is less than x less than minus 1. Option C, we have 3 is less than x less than 1. And option D, we have 3 is less than x less than minus 1. Now, listen. Let's first start. I want you to pay attention now. You can see that these dots, let me use another marker. Now, if you trace these dots downward, you discover that this dot is corresponding to minus 3. And if you trace this one as well, you can see that it's corresponding to minus 1. You understand? So the right option is minus 3 is less than x less than minus 1. This is the right option. Option B is the right option. And the reason is because that is where our ranges of values of x fails to. You understand? Okay? Minus 3 is less than x. X is less than minus 1. Let's say, I don't want to, you see, this number lines of a thing, it has another concept, you understand? But because we are given this question, you want to learn more, you can check the channel on inequality, okay? You always find videos on it. Check the channel, click on those playlists and watch those videos, okay? Now, let's proceed to question number 30. Calculate the mean of the following numbers: 10, 2, 3, 6, and 4. That is number 30. Calculate the mean of the following number: 10, 2, 3, 6, and 4. Now, what is the mean of mean? Mean simply means average, you understand? And if you want to get the mean of this data that you have here, mean is equals to, we are going to add all these numbers together, you understand? So I'm going to have 10 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 4 all over the total numbers of them, you understand? You have to add all these values that you have together, then divide it by the count, you understand? Okay? If you come across this kind of question in exam, calculate the mean of this data. All you have to do is that add all of them together first, then divide it by the count of all. You understand? So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are having 5. So I'm going to have this over 5. So the mean here will be 10 plus 2, that is 12. 12 plus 3, that is 15. 15 plus 6, that is 21. 21 plus 4, that is 25. So I'm going to have 25 all over 5. The mean is equals to 5. Okay, so because 25 divided by 5 will give us 5. So the mean there is 5. Now let's check the right option there. The right option is option A. Option A is the right option. So that is the correct answer. Now we have question number 31. For question number 31, we are asked to solve for x in 12 over x minus 1 equals to 3. 12 over x minus 1 is equivalent to 3. We have to find x. Now, how do we find the value of x? Now, we have two fractions, and this fraction is separated by an equals to sign. We have the left hand side and the right hand side. This 3, I can rewrite this as 12 over x minus 1 is equivalent to 3 over 1. You understand? And because we have this fraction is separated by an equals to sign, I'm going to take the cross product. You understand? Cross product simply means cross multiplication, okay? So let us take the cross product. I'm going to have 12 multiplied by 1. 12 times 1 is equals to 3 multiplied by x minus 1, okay? So I'm going to have 12 times 1 is 12 is equals to 3 times x. That is what? See, let me tell you. This 3 is multiplying all the terms that you have in the bracket. You understand? All the values that you have in this bracket will be affected by this 3, okay? So x minus 1 is what we have. Hence, this 3 is multiplying x minus 1. Let's do it step by step. 3 times x is 3x, okay? 3 times negative 1, that is what? Negative 3. So I'm going to have negative 3, okay? Now, take this 3 to the other side of the equation. We're going to have 12 is equivalent to, okay? Now listen. If this negative 3 crosses the equals to sign, it's going to change to positive. So I'm going to have 3 plus 12 is equivalent to 3x. Okay? 12 plus 3. 3 plus 12 is 15. So I'm going to have 15 is equals to 3x. So divide this by 3 to get the value of x. This is over 3. So x is equals to 5. Okay? The right option to that question is option x is 5. That is option B. Option B is correct. Okay? So that is the solution to that question. Let's proceed to question number 32. Okay. For question number 32, find x in the following diagram. We are asked to solve for the value of x in this diagram. X. We don't know the value of x. Now, how do we find the value of x? You know that from your basic mathematics, this line that you see here is a straight line, you understand? And you know that sum of angles on a straight line is what? Is 180 degree. That means that the sum of all the angles that you have here must be 180 degree, you understand? So let us sum it together. We have x degree plus x degree plus 30 degree. All of them must be equal to 180 degree, you understand? So x degree plus x degree, that is what? 2x degree plus 30 degree equals to 180 degree, okay? So 2x degree is equals to 180 degree minus 30 degree. Do you understand? Minus 30 degree. So 2x degree is equals to 180 degree minus 30 degree. That is 150, okay? 150 degree. So divide this by 2 to get the value of x. I'm going to have x degree is equals to 75. Okay, because they put degree, that's why I put degree. So the value of x is 75 degree. So the right option to that question is option A. Option A is correct. Do you understand? Okay. So let's proceed to question number 33. Question 33. What is the square root of? Okay. What is the value of square root of 27 over 48? Now I want to pay attention. Let's start with the numerator. Square root of 27. Please pay attention. Square root of 27 can be expressed as square root of 9 multiplied by 3. Okay, that is square root of 9 times square root of 3. That is what? Square root of 9 is what? Is 3. So I'm going to have 3 times square root of 3. That is what? 3 root 3. Okay, for the denominator, that is square root of 48. Square root of 48 can be expressed as square root of 16 times 3. Okay, so I'm going to have square root of 16 multiplied by square root of 3. Okay, square root of 16 is 4. So I'm going to have 4 multiplied by square root of 3. That is what? 4 root 3. Okay, so square root of 27 all over 48 can be equivalent to 3 root 3 all over 4 root 3. So you can see that from this, root 3 can cancel out root 3. This can cancel this. So I'm going to have 3 over 4. The right option to that question is
Option A. You understand? That is 3 over 4. Okay, let's proceed to question number 34. Let's proceed to question number 34. Which of the following is true of a cube? Which of the following is true of a cube? You understand? A, it has 8 equal faces. Listen to the question, okay? Which of the following is true of a cube? A, option A now, it has 8 equal faces. Option B, it has 6 vertices. Option C, it has 12 equal edges. Question D and option D, all the faces are parallel to one another. Now, before you can answer that question, you have to be able to identify a cube. A cube is a solid shape that has a square surface. You understand? I'm trying to draw it out so that you can use that one to solve it. Okay. This is how a cube looks like. You understand? So we are going to check all the options and choose the one that is correct with respect to the diagram that we have on the board. Okay. Just pay attention. Now let us proceed. Let us identify the faces, the numbers of faces that this cube has. I'm very sure you will have seen a cubic sugar before, or even a die. A die is a typical representation of a cube. You understand what I'm saying? A cubic shape. Now listen. A die has how many faces? Of course, 6 faces. You understand? 6 faces. Okay. Now you can see that option A is not correct. Option A says it has 8 equal faces. That's not correct. A cube has 6 equal faces. You understand? So option A is not correct. Now let's move to the vertices. How many vertices does a cube has? Now let me show you the vertices in this cube. Just pay attention. Please, just I want you to pay attention now. A cube has 8 vertices. You understand? I'm going to show it to you. Listen. This is the first one. Vertices is a sharp corner. You understand? Where 2 edges meet. Are you paying attention? Vertices are the point where edges of the cube meet. You understand? Now, the one that I signified there is 1. Okay? This is another vertex 2. Are you there? Please just pay attention. This is another vertices 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. And this is 8. You understand? So, the numbers of vertices that a cube has is 8 vertices. Now, let's check the options that is related to vertices there. Now, the second option says a cube has 6 vertices. That is incorrect because a cube has 8 vertices. You understand? It has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and let's proceed to option C. It has 12 equal edges. Now, pay attention. I want you to pay attention now. When you talk about edges in a cube, please pay attention. Let me use another. I want to use another can. Okay. Yeah. Now, these are the edges of a cube. You understand? Where 2 faces meet. This is edges 1. Please pay attention. Edge 1. This is the first edge. Where 2 faces meet. You can see that if you look at this edge, this face and this face, they meet here. Another edge is this. This second edge. Because this face that is downward and this face, they meet here. You understand? Another edge is this. Are you there? That is third edge. You understand? Another edge is this. This is another edge. That is fourth edge. Another edge is this. Don't forget, edges are where 2 faces meet. Okay? Another edge is this. This is another edge. This is another edge. This is another edge. And this is another edge. This is another edge. You understand? Edges are where 2 faces meet. Now, please pay attention. And it's simple, okay? If you have seen a cube before, I'm very sure you shouldn't find this difficult to answer at all. Now, let's count the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can see that? So, the edge is 12. That is 12 edges.
we have 12 edges, EDGES. Okay,
Now let's look at the option that is relating to edges. Okay, you can see now it has 12 equal edge. So this option C, is correct. Now for this for the third option, which is all the faces, and for the fourth option, which is option D, all the faces are parallel to one another. That's incorrect. Okay, the correct option is this: a cube has 12 equal edges. Okay, so that's the solution to that question number 34. For question number 35, we have, for question 35, if the angles of a quadrilateral are 5x, 4x, 3x, and 6x, what is the value of x? Listen. If the angles of a quadrilateral, are 5x, 4x, 3x, and 6x, what is the value of x? Now, before you can answer the question, you have to know what is meant by a quadrilateral. Any shape that have 4 angles is what we regarded as a quadrilateral, you understand? And because it has 4 angles, that means that we're going to have 4 sides, you understand? Okay? Now, an example of quadrilateral is a square. We have a rectangle, you understand? So, now, we are given this, please pay attention. We are given that the angles of a quadrilateral are these, you understand? We are asked to find the value of x. You cannot get the value of x if you don't know the sum of angles in a quadrilateral, you understand? Okay, so the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Okay, don't forget that. How do I know? Because in a polygon, you understand? You know, I think there is a question that is relating to polygon, a particular question. That is question number 20. I wrote something on polygon. We have triangle, that is 3-sided polygon. Quadrilateral, that is 4-sided polygon. Example, a square and rectangle. We have pentagon, 5-sided polygon. You understand? Now, from polygon, the formula to get the sum of angles in a polygon is this. The sum of angles in a polygon is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. You understand? Now, where n is the numbers of sides, and because we are dealing with a quadrilateral, that means that we are going to have 4 sides, because quadrilateral is a polygon that has 4 sides. Please make sure you master this formula, okay? So let's proceed. Here, n will be 4, because we are dealing with quadrilateral now. So I'm going to have 4 minus 2 multiplied by 180. 4 minus 2 is 2, so I'm going to have 2 multiplied by 180. 2 times 180 is what? 360 degrees. That's how I got the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Now, having understood that the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees, you can sum up all those angles that were given together and equate it to 360 degrees to get the value of x. Okay, just pay attention. Now, the reason why I show this working is because I want you to understand. Okay, if you are doing this in the exam, since you know that sum of angle in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees, just sum up this together and equate it to 360 degrees. Okay, so here I'm going to have 5x plus 4x plus 3x plus 6x must be equal to 360. Okay, 5 plus 4, 9x. 9x plus 3x, that is 12x. 12x plus 6x, that is 18x. So I'm going to have this really 18x is equals to 360. Now, to get the value of x, all you have to do now is to divide both sides by 18. 360 divided by 18, that is 20. You understand? So I'm going to have this over 18, this over 18. X is equals to 20. Do you understand? 20 degrees. Just put degree, okay? So x is equals to 20 degrees. Let us look at the right option. Okay? So the value of x is 20. That is option D. Now let's proceed to question number 36. The sum of the prime numbers between 1 and 10 is dash. A 18, B 17, C 5, D 4. Now, what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are numbers that is divisible by 1 and itself without a remainder. You understand? Prime numbers are numbers that are divisible by 1 and itself. You understand? So before we can consider a number as a prime number, that number must be divisible by 1. You understand? And that number must be divisible by itself. That means that a prime number has 2 factors. You understand? Okay, so now let us start. 2 is a prime number because 2 is divisible. Don't forget, our goal is to determine the prime number between 1 and 10. Okay, now 2 is a prime number because 2 is divisible by 1.
and 2 is divisible by itself, which is 2. You understand? So let us write it out. 2 is first. Now let us check 3. 3 is divisible by 1, and 3 is divisible by 3 and itself. So that is, we have 3. Do you understand what I'm doing at all? Prime number are those numbers that has 2 factors, which are 1 and itself. You understand? That means that if you divide these numbers by if you want to divide a number, divide 3 by 2, you are going to have a remainder of 1. So that means that 3 is a prime number. You understand what I'm saying? Because 3 is only divisible by 1 and itself without remainder. You understand? So 2 is first, 3 is second. Do we have 4? Yes. Let us check 4. 4 is divisible by 1. But 4 is also divisible by 2. You understand? If 4 is divisible by 2, so 4 cannot be considered a prime number. And the reason is because a prime number has 2 factors, which are 1 and itself. You understand? If 4 will be considered as a prime number, it must not be divisible by another number other than 1 and itself, which is 4. Okay, so 4 cannot be considered as a prime number. Okay, so let us check 5. Is 5 a prime number or not? Okay, let's check. 5 is divisible by 1, and 5 is also divisible by 5. If you divide 5 by 3, you are going to have a remainder. If you divide by 5 by 2, you are going to have a remainder. So 5 is also considered a prime number. Okay, let us check 6. Is 6 a prime number or not? 6 is not a prime number. Why? Because a prime number is only divisible by itself and 1. You understand? Yes, 6 is divisible by 1. But another thing, there are other numbers that can divide 6. Such is 2 and 3. You understand? 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. 6 divided by 3 will give us 2. So 6 cannot be considered as a prime number. You understand? What of 7? Yes. Let us try 7. 7 is divisible by 1. Now, is there any number that can divide 7 without remaining? Absolutely not. So we can consider 7 as a prime number. Okay. What of 8? Is 8 a prime number or not? Don't forget prime number. Prime number are those numbers that has 2 factors, which are 1 and itself. You understand? Now, is 7 a 8. Is 8 a prime number or not? Absolutely not. Because 8 is divisible by 1, 8 is divisible by 2, 8 is divisible by 4 without remainder, and 8 is also divisible by its 8. You understand? So 8 cannot be considered as a prime number. What of 9? 9 is not a prime number because it is divisible by 1 and 3. You understand? Don't forget, a prime number is a number that is divisible by 1 and itself. You understand? So that means that a prime number must have 2 factors, which are 1 and itself. So all these numbers are false between 10. Let us check 10 itself. 10 is not a prime number because 10 is divisible by 1, divisible by 2, divisible by 5. You understand? So 10 is not a prime number. So these are the prime number that we have. Now, the question says that the sum, you understand? And we know that sum simply means addition. So let us add all these numbers together. 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. That is 5. And 3 plus 2, that is 5. 5 plus 5, that is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. So the correct option to that question is option B, that is 17. And in some cases, you will come across some people that says 1 is also a prime number. Well, a prime number has 2 distinct factors, which are 1 and itself. 1 only has 1 factor, which is 1. You can see now. So we cannot consider 1 as a prime number ordinarily. You understand what I'm saying? So that is why I don't add 1. Okay. So we have 17. The prime number between 1 and 17. 1 and 10 is 17. Okay. Now the sum of the prime number between 1 and 10 is 17. The correct option is option B. Okay. So now let's proceed to question number 37. Question 37. Now, what types of angle, please pay attention. Please pay attention. What types of angle falls between 0 and 90? What types of angle falls between 0 and 90 degrees? What's the answer? Okay. We have the first option. We have the first option. Please, I want to check something here. I think. Okay, I've seen the question. The first option there is A, steady angle, B, obtuse angle, C, acute angle, D, right angle. The correct option to that question is acute angle. You understand? Okay. The correct option is acute angle. Acute angle are angle that falls between 0 and 90. Listen, 0 and 90, they are called acute. You understand? Acute angle. Now, please kindly pay attention. There are other angles that is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Such angles are called obtuse angle. You understand? Okay? Angle that is greater than 90 degrees. Greater than 90 degrees. Greater than 90 degrees. Greater than 90 degrees. But less than 180 degrees. Those angles, 180 degrees. Those ones are called, this angle are called obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. Do you understand? Okay? So now there is nothing like scaling angle. Okay, scaling, you can see that they put option here. Option A is scaling. There is nothing like scaling angle. Scaling, we only have scaling triangle. You understand? There is nothing like scaling angle. And right angle is also a type of triangle also. Okay, we have scaling triangle, we have equilateral triangle. Those one are types of triangle. Okay, and right angle triangle is also an example of a triangle. Okay, so now the angles that we have in the option are obtuse and acute, and the right option is acute angle because those are the angles that fall between the range of 0 and 90 degrees. Okay, so if the question now says what is the name given to an angle that falls between 90 degrees and 180 degrees, those ones are called obtuse angle. Do you understand? Okay, so let's proceed to question number 38. For question 38, the marks, please pay attention. The marks scored by some students in a test are 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 6, 7, 8. Please pay attention. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 4, 9. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 4, 9. Use the information to answer question 38 to 40. You understand? We are asked to use the information to answer question 38 to 40. Okay? Now let's look at question 38. We are asked to find the main score. That is question 38 now. We are given this data. You understand? Okay? We are given these samples. Now, with respect to this sample, we are told to use these samples to answer question 38 to 40 to question 40. Now, question 38 now says, from this data, we should determine the mean of the score, the main score. Now, we've already done something like that, you understand? I told you that mean simply means average, you understand? So, to get the mean, you have to sum all of them together. Add all the numbers that you have together, divide it by the count of all. That will give you the mean, you understand? So, the mean here will be, mean is equals to 6 plus, oh, sorry, let's take it one by one. 4 plus, oh, sorry, 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9, oh. 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus, I don't want to put comma, plus 9 plus 4 plus 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All by 8. Okay? The mean is equals to, now listen, pay attention. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 4, 9. Okay? 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. 17 plus 8, that is 25. 25 plus 9. That is 34, you understand? 34 plus 9, that is 43. 43 plus 4, that is 47. 47 plus 9. 47 plus 9, that is 56, you understand? Okay, so the sum is 56. So the sum is 56, you understand? So we're going to have 56 all over 8, okay? Now, 56 divided by 8 will give us 7, you understand? Because 7 times 8 will give us 56, okay? So the mean is 8, the mean is 7, okay? So let's check the right option. The right option there is option B, you understand? Option B is the right option. For question 38, option B is the right option, that is 7, okay? Now, let's proceed to question 39. For question 39, we are asked to find the modal mark. The modal score. The modal score is the numbers that mode. Please pay attention. Let me quickly teach you now. Mode is the most occurring number. You understand? Number that has highest numbers of frequency is called the mode. Mode is the most occurring number in our data set. You understand? The number that occurs the most, the number that you can see most among our data set is called the mode. You understand? So now let's check. 4 comes 2 times. 4 comes 2 times. We have 6. 6 how many times? 1 times. 7 1 times. 8 1 times. 9 1 2 3. We have 9 comes 3 times. So the mode is 9. The mode of the data is 9. Mode The mode is 9. Okay, so let's proceed to question number 40. Question 40. Now, for question 40, find the median. Please pay attention. Before you can get the median is the middle number. The first step is that you have to arrange this number in ascending order. Are you paying attention? Now, they are not in ascending order now, because we have 4 here, we have 4 here. We have to first arrange them in ascending order, that is, in order of increment. You understand? So let us arrange this number in ascending order. I'm going to have 4. What comes first? 4. We're going to have 4. Okay. After 4, we have another 4. After that, we have 6. After that, we should have 7. After that, we have 8. After that, we have 9. Then we have 9. We have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we have already arranged this number in ascending order. Having done that, the next step is that you are going to choose the middle number. You understand? Okay. We are going to choose the middle number. Now, let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see that this number is 8. We are going to have 2 numbers in the middle. You understand? So the average of the 2 numbers will give us the median of this data set. You understand? So let us do it. Please pay attention. See. Let's pick it one by one. We pick this one, we pick this one. Pick this out as well. Pick this out as well. So we have these 2 numbers in the middle. You understand? So now the sum of these 2 numbers, we're going to add them together and divide it by 2. That is the average. You understand? So the average of 7 and 8 will give us the median of this data set. So the median here, the median will be equals to 7 plus 8 all over 2. You understand? 7 plus 8 is 15. So I'm going to have 15 over 2. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Okay? Or 7 or number 1 over 2. Okay? So that is the answer. Now let us check the correct option. 7.5 is the median. So option A is correct for question number 40. Option A is correct. I'm very sure you understood what I did. To find the median, first arrange the data in ascending order. After that, you choose the middle number. Now, because this number, the total numbers of our data set is even. That is why we have 2 numbers. If it is odd, you understand, we are only going to have a single number. That single number will become the median. You understand? So, in some cases, you might be given an odd data. This is an even data. You understand? Because when you count, you are going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is an even number. So, we have an even data. You understand? But if it is an odd part, if it is an odd data, oh God. But if it is an odd data, that is, if the number is odd, you are going to have a single number in the middle. That number will become the median. You understand? So that's it. Now for question number 40, okay, let's proceed to question number 41. The simple interest on 200 naira for 2 years at 2% per annum is dash. A, 80 naira. B, 40 naira. C, 204 naira. D, 8 naira. Now, listen to the question. The simple interest on 200 naira, that is question number 41. The simple interest on 200 naira. Don't forget that simple interest is given by this formula. Principal times rate times time, all over 100. You understand? The principal in that question is 200 naira, and the rate, which is R, is 2%, and the time, which is the period, is 2 years. So with this formula, you can just substitute. The simple interest is equals to 200 naira multiplied by 2 all over 100. You understand? So this zero can cancel this zero. So you are left it 2 naira times 2 times 2. That's the answer. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So the answer is 8 naira. Do you understand? That is question number 41. 8 naira. That is option D. Option D is correct. Okay, let's proceed to question number 42. For question 42, we are asked to simplify 11 squared. 11 squared plus the square root of 144 minus square root of 400. Now, 11 squared minus square root of 144 minus square root of 400. 11 squared is what? 121. Plus square root of 144 is 12. So I'm going to have plus 12. Minus square root of 400 is 20. So I'm going to have minus 20. Now, according to board mass, don't forget we did a question that is related to this board mass bracket. There is no bracket here. You proceed to division. There is no division. Multiplication. There is no multiplication. After that, addition. There is no there is addition. You can see now. There is addition. So we had this and this together because the sign between 121 and 12 is addition sign. So we first deal with this part. So 121 plus 12, that is 133. Okay. So having done that, we can subtract 20. 133 subtract 20, that is 113. Okay. The answer is 113. The correct option is option A. You understand? Okay. So question 43, we have simplify 3 over 5 plus 3 over 5 plus 2 over 5 minus 1 over 2. Simplify 3 over 5 plus 2 over 5 minus 1 over 2. See, we are still going to use board mass. According to board mass, you have to first deal with division sign, the addition sign, because there are no division, there is no multiplication. So you have to deal with the addition sign first before the subtraction sign. Okay. So since there is addition sign between 3 over 5 and 2 over 5, so I'm going to first deal with these two fractions. So let us deal with 3 over 5 and 2 over 5. 3 over 5 plus 2 over 5. Take the LCM. The LCM is 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 plus 5 divided by 5 is what? 1. 1 times 2 is 2. So we have minus 1 over 2. Don't forget, what I did here was that I first deal with this. So I take the LCM. I got 5 over 5 minus 1 over 2. 5 over 5 is 1. So 1 minus 1 over 2 will give us 1 over 2. I'm very sure you understood what I did. 1 minus half, that is half. You understand? Okay, maybe I should just explain. See, it's simple, okay? Just pay attention. 1 minus half is half. But mathematically, if you want me to show it, that's what I want to do now. See, 1 minus half can be written as 1 over 1 minus 1 over 2. Take the LCM. The LCM is 2. 2 divided by 1 is 2. So I'm going to have 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 1 equals to 1 over 2. So the correct option to that question is option B. You understand? The answer is half. Okay, let's proceed to question 44. Question 44, we are asked to convert 4 to base 2 in 5-bit format. We are asked to convert 4 to base 2 in 5-bit format. Now, let's pay attention. Please pay attention. Let's convert to base 2. To convert any number to base 2, you have to divide that number by 2. You understand? Because any number that is in base 2 is a binary number. You understand? Binary number consists of 2 digits, which is 0 and 1. So in that case, to convert 4 to base 2, you have to divide that number by 2. So you want to convert 4 to base 2. Divide 4 by 2. Okay? 4 divided by 2 is what? 2. 2 remainder what? 2 remainder 0. 2 divided by 2 is what? 1. That is 1 remainder 0. Okay? 2 divided by 1 is what? 0. 0 remainder 1. Okay? So you have to count it up. 1, 0, 0. See where I start? I started here. I start from here. 1, 0, 0. Don't start from here. Don't write 0, 0, 1. You're not going to get the correct answer, okay? Now, this is a 3-bit format. You understand? Listen. This answer is a 3-bit format. So, in order to make it a 5-bit format, please pay attention. It's simple, okay? It's simple. Just pay attention. This is a 3-bit format because we have only 3 digits. So in order to make it a 5-bit format, I'm going to add 1 0 here and 1 0 here. You understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? See, this 2 0 does not have effect. You understand? I only added and I only had it because I want to make it a 5-bit format. Ordinarily, the answer that we got is 3-bit format. You understand? So, but to make it a 5-bit format, I have 2 0 to the left hand side. Pay attention. I didn't put it here. If you put it here, you're not going to get anything. Okay? They're going to mark you wrong. Okay? So you have to put it at the left hand side of your answer. So the answer now becomes 0 0 1 0 0. So let's look at the right option in that to that question. The right option there is option 0 0 1 0 0. Option A. Option A is correct. Option A is correct. That's the correct option to that question. Okay. Now, for the question 45. Question 45. Please pay attention. Let me erase this. Question 45. we have the square, please pay attention. The square of the square root of 81 is dash. The square of the square root of 81 is dash. Now pay attention. We are of option A, 81, option B, 9, option C, 3, option D, 27. Now let's do it. That is question 45. The square simply means to the power of 2. Please pay attention. If I ask you to take the square of 4, the square of 4 simply means, please pay attention, I'm explaining now. 4 squared, that is 16, you understand? Listen, 4 squared simply means 4 times 4, which is equal to 16. The square of 5 is what? 5 squared. 5 raised to the power of 2. 5 raised to the power of 2 is 5 times 5, and 5 times 5 is 25. The square of 7 is 7 raised to the power of 2. 7 raised to the power of 2 is 7 times 7, that is what? 49, okay? So the square of 10 is what? 10 raised to the power of 2. 10 raised to the power of 2 is 10 times 10. 10 times 10 is what? 100. Now, let's go back to the question. The question says the square of the square root of 81. Now, what do we mean by square root? Square root of 10. Please pay attention, okay? Square root of 25 is this sign. 25. Square root of 25 is this. Is 5. You understand? If you are asked to take the square root of 9, square root of 9 is this. 3. If you are asked to take the square root of 49, square root of 49 simply means, square root of 49 simply means the square root. This sign that you see here means square root, you understand? That is 7, okay? And the square root of 36 can be represented by this sign. Square root of 36 is equivalent to 6. Do you understand? Okay, now, if you are asked to take the square root of the square root of 100, I'm very sure you can do that now. If you want to take the square root of 100, we are going to have this, and then we are going to have 10. You understand? So, square root is the opposite of square. You understand? Please pay attention. Square root is the opposite of square. Let's say, and do you know this square root of 100 can be written as 100 raised to the power of 1 over 2. It's also the same thing. If you don't want to put this sign, you can put 1 raised to the power of 1 over 2. Now, let's go back to the question. The question says the square of the square root of 81. Now, let us first deal with the square root of 81. Square root of 81 is what? Square root of 81 is this. So, we are asked to find the square. See, the interpretation of that question is this. Do you understand? The square of the square root of 81. That means that first take the square root of 81, then square your answer. That's what they are actually asking you to do. So let's take the square root of 81. That is what? 9. So 9 squared is what? 9 squared is also 81. So the final answer is 81. And if you don't want to do it like that, you can do it like this. Since you know that square root of 81, this is what we want to solve, right? Square root of 81 is also the same thing as 81 raised to the power of 1 over 2, and you put this square, okay? Now, according to the law of indices, if you have a raised to the power of b raised to the power of c, it can be written as a raised to the power of b times c, you understand? So, 81 raised to the power of 1 over 2 can be written as 81 raised to the power of 1 over 2 times 2, you understand? And you know that 1 over 2 times 2 is what? 2 over 2. 2 over 2 is what? 1. So, there I'm going to have 81 raised to the power of 1. 81 raised to the power of 1 is 81. Do you understand now? So, the right option to that question is option A. You understand? So, option A is correct. I'm very sure you understand the question. Now, for question number 46, I'm very sure you are familiar with quantitative reasoning. For question number 46, use the sample below. Okay, I'm going to draw the sample on the board, okay? Use the sample below to answer question 46 to 50. Use the sample below to answer question 46 to 50. Let me draw the sample on the board so that you can see it. Okay, so we are asked to use these two samples to solve question 46 to question 50. Now, I want you to pay attention. This is quantitative reasoning. You understand? So, you have to be able to reason. Okay? Now, let us look at how these values that we have here are interrelating to each other. Oh, I think I missed something here. This one's supposed to be 12. You understand? This is not supposed to be 12. It's not 5. Okay? So let us look at how these values that we have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are interrelating to each other so that we can use what we have to solve 46 to 50. Now, 5 plus 7 will give us 12. I'm very sure you know. 5 plus 7 will give us the value that is here. That means that if we have the value that we have here and the value that we have here together, it must give us the value that is inside this circle. You understand? And if we subtract the value that we have here and the value that we have here, we are going to have what is inside this triangle. Do you understand? Okay, let us check if it is the same for this side. 16 plus 8 will give us 24. Do you understand? Now, 16 minus 8 will give us 8. So that means that with what we have, we can use it to solve 46 to 50. Now, we are asked to find the value that is at this side, which is the question mark. You understand? That is how you're going to encounter it in your exam. They're going to put question mark, that is, they want you to find the value that is here. Now, how do we get the value that is here? Don't forget, in the example that we are given, I told you that this is a quantitative reasoning question. You have to be able to reason, okay? Now, I told you that the sum of this and this will give us the value that is inside the box. You understand? Okay? The sum of this and this value will give us the value that is inside this circle. You understand? And their differences will give us what is inside here, inside the triangle. Okay? So that means that if I want to get this value, all I have to do is that I just have to subtract. Please pay attention. Let us represent it as x. Since I know that the sum of this and this, 7 plus 5 will give me 12. That means that 9 plus x must give me 11. So I'm going to have 9 plus x must give me 11. That means that x will be equal to 11 minus 9, which is equal to 2. You understand? So the value here is 2. Do you understand? 9 plus 2 will give me 11. 9 minus 2 will give me 7. Okay? Now, for the second question, we know that if we take the difference between this and this, we must get what is here. The difference between this and this will give us this. So that means 6 minus 3 will give me what is here. That is 3. Okay? Now, we know that from the example, if you sum this and this together, do you know how I knew the values that I have to calculate? You can see that there is a question mark. There is question mark inside the circle. That means that it is this circle that I'm looking for. The value that's supposed to be here, that is what they want me to determine, okay? So, and I know that 14 plus 6 will give me what is here. That means I'm going to have 20, okay? Oh, sorry, I'm not telling you the correct option. For question 46, the correct option is 2. That is option C. For question 47, the correct option is, what are we asked to find? I think we are asked to find, I don't know what we are asked to find again. For question 47, okay. The correct option is 3. That is option A. Now, for question 48, the correct option there is 20. That is option B. You understand? And question 49. Question 49. Okay, we are asked to find what will be on this side. Since we know that the sum of this side and this side will give us what is here, that means that the sum of this and this must give me 10. So if I want to, let's represent as x plus 4 must give me 10. That means that x will be equal to 10 minus 4. That is x equals to 6, okay? So the value of x here will be 6, okay? So for question 49, the correct option is option D, that is 6. And for question 50, we are asked to find what will be here. We have 13, 18, 5. What will be here? The difference between 13 and 5 is what? That is 8. You understand? So the correct option is 8. Okay? 13 minus 5 will give us 8. So that means the correct option here is 8, and the correct option is option A. So option A is correct. For question 49, question 49, option 6, option D is correct. Okay? You understand? So that is the solution to that objective question. We've come to the end of 2022 Basic Examination Council, Basic Education Council examination. That is Junior Waec Mathematics Objective. You understand? And if you wish to watch the theory aspect, that is for the membership of this channel. You understand? The theoretical and the solution to the theory aspects, you have to be part of the member, and it's just a minor change. You understand? It's a chicken change to join the membership. Okay, it's talking of 1,000 naira. So join the membership program to have access to the full video. Okay, so that will be all. I'm going to drop the next year's solution, that is 2023, 2024, and I'm going to drop the previous year also on this channel. So don't forget to like and share this video to people that you know that they are actually to students that you know that they are writing this exam, Basic Education Certificate Examination, also known as Junior Waec. Okay, so See you in the next class.